This episode of Penn Point starts right now. This episode of Penn Point is brought to you by GoDaddy. As you might know, clean water is one of the scarcest resources in the world. We need it to survive, and yet nearly 1 billion people don't have access to it. We want to get involved, so we're partnering with Charity Water to make a difference. Charity Water is an organization that donates 100%. That's all, 100% of the money it raises to building wells and bringing clean water to communities in need. They're leveraging technology in really creative ways to mobilize people around the cause, and we want to get you, our viewers, involved. Each show on Revision 3 is reaching out to our viewers to raise money to build wells. It takes $5,000 to build a well that can provide clean water to an entire village. $5,000. That's not, that's what a VCR cost in 1978. $5,000 to build a well to provide clean water to an entire village. So we need your help to make a difference. Go to revision3.com/charitywater to learn more and get involved. I want to talk a little bit about S.E. Cupp on Red Eye. There's a show on Fox called Red Eye, and there are people that, when I Twitter that I'm going to be on Red Eye, which is on Fox News, there are people that just Twitter back to me and respond, I used to like you, now I don't because you're on Fox News. So it's back that same old, Tommy Smothers thing I've talked about forever of, I shouldn't go on Glenn Beck, which incidentally, I have been on a long time. Is that a decision that I made to not go on Glenn Beck? Is that a decision I made? Well, I thought about it. I thought maybe I shouldn't go on, but then also Glenn didn't ask me. So my morality hasn't really been tested very much. If Glenn asked me, I don't know what I would do. But he hasn't asked me, and people told me not to go on. So those two things are going together very well. And of course, I don't watch Glenn Beck, so I don't know, what exactly he's doing. And I don't watch Glenn Beck not because I'm boycotting him, but just because I don't watch very much TV. And speaking of shows I don't watch, I also don't watch Red Eye on Fox News. But I go on it, and I'm in touch with Greg, the host of it, and I think he's great. I think he's really funny and really terrific, and I want to stress this. I went on Joy Behar, and I went on, I've been on Lawrence O'Donnell's show on MSNBC, Joy Behar on CNN, and I go on Fox News with Greg. And I get to stress that I say the exact same shit everywhere. I'm the same, atheist, libertarian, fucking whack job on every show. So I asked Glenn to put me, Greg, not Glenn Beck, Greg, to put me on Red Eye, which I'm sorry, if you hate Fox News, I'm sorry I go on it, but I'm trying to sell tickets to my show here in Las Vegas, and I go on shows, and I try so hard to be honest and tell the truth no matter what show I'm on. And I fail, real often, like I do with everything, but I try. And so I was on, I asked Greg if he put me on the show with S.E. Cupp. And S.E. Cupp is this really good-looking young woman who confuses the fuck out of people, especially Bill Maher, because she's an atheist, but she's also very, very conservative and not an Obama supporter. And there's some sort of unwritten rule, because atheism has been tied in so much with socialism and communism, that if you're an atheist, you're supposed to be a lefty, which I'm not. I'm not conservative certainly, but I'm also not liberal. I'm a libertarian, and I may have mentioned that before. and S.E. Cupp confuses people because she sticks up for Christians in the way they're treated by a lot of lefties, and thinks they're treated unfairly, which I also think. On the freedom of speech issue, I'm on Fred Phelps' side. Crazy motherfucking evil whack job, but has the legal right to do the crazy shit he does. So Bill Maher always, gets up her ass about being conservative, and also she's not that kind of she's not an atheist like Dawkins or Hitchens. She's just a kind of she's kind of like if Sarah Palin were an atheist. That's what, S.E. Cupp would be. So it's a weird combination. But my friend Emery, who I've mentioned here before, who edited, along with Provenza, the Aristocrats, our movie, Provenza's movie, he thinks that she's total bullshit. He thinks that S.E. Cupp is pretending to be an atheist so she can have a conversion to Christianity and sell a lot of books. And I was backstage with her, and we were talking about her headshots, and she certainly is very interested in being famous, and she's very interested in making money, which, I'm not going to bust her for. You don't get your name on a theater in Las Vegas without wanting, without a certain amount of ego involved and without wanting to be famous. They don't force that upon people. So she's working hard on it. I think she's talking about, what shots she's going to do for publicity shots. And these women backstage, like makeup people and stuff, are telling her, get long, sexy boots, put boots on, and this is the kind of skirt you should wear. And I'm telling her, just tits up, show your nipples hard, show your face, wear your glasses. The bigger you get your face in the shot, the better it is for publicity. And also because you've got an attractive, sexy body, go down, show a little bit, below. Me, you don't need to. Me, it'd be better off to do press pictures to not show anything. But, you do, so you recognize me. But I told her not to take her glasses off and do this. But, to just look like she looks on TV. So we're talking about that. And she's really nice and she's cool backstage. So on the show, I say to her that my friend Emery thinks that she might be a fraud and kind of doing a character, this atheist character that's then going to have a conversion. And Greg is worried that I'm going to ambush her on the show. And it's not an ambush. I mean, if I were on the show and someone said to me, are you just pretending to be atheist, you can have a conversion? It's very easy for me to answer that. That's not an ambush. I just say, no, there is no God. That's why I'm an atheist, and we're done. And I ask her that, and what she answers is, I'm not smart enough to do that. And I told her that that was my argument to Emery, which I think, came off as a huge insult and very, very mean. But, that's a lot of planning. It's not really the word smart that's right there, but it's the word, that's a lot of foresight. That's a lot of planning. That's a lot of Andy Kaufman type stuff to do for years, for her to do that. So I don't really think she's a fraud. But the weird thing is she doesn't say, I do this because there's no God. She doesn't reaffirm her atheism, which I would do if someone called me on that, but she kind of slides by it. So if she does have a conversion, it may very well be sincere. We can't be cynical. At least I can't be that cynical and can't dismiss that. But it could have also been planned all the time. But if she does, I should say that this episode of Penn Point is brought to you by GoDaddy. Get reliable, secure web hosting without the long-term contract. GoDaddy's hosting plans are bigger and better than ever with 99.9% uptime, free 24/7 supports, and no annual commitment. And remember, you can download GoDaddy's free iPhone, Android, or BlackBerry app to order right from your phone, manage your current domains, and more. Check out revision3.com/GoDaddy for a list of all the amazing GoDaddy deals from Revision 3. Use the code PEN3 for $7.99.com domains. If S.E. Cupp at some point does come out and find God and say she's a Christian and write a fucking book about it, please go back. Look at the date of this, that this is aired. A few weeks before that on Red Eye, please pull up the video of me looking her in the eye and saying, are you faking this? So at least she has to answer to that. Not that it'll make any difference. But I just want to tell you, for Emery, and for the rest of you that have any doubts about S.E. Cupp, I did confront her on Fox News, on Red Eye, and I'm sorry I go on Fox News. I'm sorry. I don't agree with them on much of anything, but I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for Fox News. But if I were speaking for Fox News, how cool would that be? Because I would just say, there is no God, which incidentally I said on Fox News.